Michael Bisping is not impressed with the newly announced matchup between Arman Tsarukyan and Mauricio Ruffy. He pointed out that Benoit Saint-Denis was able to handle Ruffy with relative ease. And considering Tsarukyan is a significantly stronger grappler than BSD, the booking just doesn't make much sense for the lightweight division's top contender. While the Ruffy fight is officially on the books, Daniel Cormier recently revealed that this was never the original plan. According to DC, Arman personally told him that his next walk to the octagon was actually set to be a 5-round rematch against former champion Charles Oliveira. Unfortunately, that matchup fell apart behind the scenes due to Oliveira being forced to withdraw from the bout to mourn the recent passing of his close friend and longtime teammate, Alan Nascimento. With Charles stepping away from the fight, the UFC matchmakers had to scramble for a replacement to keep Tsarukyan on the card. That sudden pivot is exactly how the promotion ended up booking the Ruffy matchup, leaving fans questioning how much of a challenge the Brazilian prospect can actually offer a guy who was just gearing up for a 5-round war with a former champion.
He's taking on Mauricio Ruffy. Now, Mauricio Ruffy is a very dangerous guy. We saw him at the White House. He absolutely smoked Michael Chandler. And that was one-way traffic all day long. Against Rafael Fiziev at the start of the year. The man's been busy. This is the 3rd fight of the year, by the way. Against Fiziev, 2nd round, knocked him out. I think it was a straight right hand, right? Beautiful shot, took him out. But before that, it was Paris, Benoit Saint-Denis. And Benoit Saint-Denis absolutely ragdolled him before getting a submission due to face crank in the 2nd round, right? And if Benoit Saint-Denis can ragdoll Mauricio Ruffy all around the place, then you better bet your bottom dollar that Arman Tsarukyan can. Now, it's been a bit of a bumpy ride for Arman Tsarukyan. We know back in the day, he punched a fan on the way to the octagon. That didn't go down too well. Then he gets a title shot, and he pulls out at the last minute, and Moicano steps in. Last time out, headbutts Dan Hooker, right?
The Herb Dean controversy continued on last night's card, with fans once again questioning his officiating during Diego Ferreira versus Billy Carantillo. At one point in the fight, Diego appeared to be clearly grabbing and holding on to Billy's shorts, but Herb didn't intervene or issue a warning. That immediately caught the attention of fans, especially after the criticism Dean has already received over several recent controversial moments. Jorge Masvidal just unleashed a rant aimed straight at referee Herb Dean, absolutely tearing into the veteran official for what he sees as wildly inconsistent performances inside the octagon. Gamebred aired out his frustrations, specifically pointing to moments where Dean has either stepped in way too early or let fighters take unnecessary damage by stopping bouts too late. He also called out the referee for completely missing blatant fouls, like hair pulling, during crucial moments of a fight. Masvidal's comments come right on the heels of Joe Rogan publicly praising Herb as the gold standard of MMA officiating. Masvidal made it clear he heavily disagrees with that take, saying he would love to sit down one-on-one with the legendary UFC commentator to debate exactly why Dean shouldn't be held up on that kind of pedestal. While remaining highly critical of the refereeing, Masvidal also gave a major update on his fighting future. He confirmed he's talking with the UFC about a potential return, but only if it's a massive fight against a big-name opponent. That immediately shuts down recent rumors linking him to Daniel Rodriguez, which Masvidal flat-out dismissed as fake news. He made it clear he'll only return for a true blockbuster matchup.
Herb Dean made me knock out Donald Cerrone twice. Go look, let me take a shot at Herb Zaska. I can't stand him ever, bro, when it comes to fighting. He's a person, I ain't got no problem with him, but as a referee, go look at my fight and go look at the fucking madness he did in my fight too as well.
What do you say when Joe Rogan calls him the gold standard?
The what?
When Joe Rogan refers to Herb Dean as the gold standard.
I don't know what he's basing that off. Because if you know, I would sit down and have a theological debate, discussion with anybody that thinks he's the gold standard. Okay, I'll bring up, you know, numerous incidents where I see inconsistencies, I see nervousness, and I see something that I really dislike in a referee is if they stop it too early, but also they stop it like way too fucking late. You know, like Herb Dean is known for stopping fights crazy late sometimes. or crazy early, and I don't like those things.
Quillan Salkilld is absolutely terrifying the lightweight division right now after running straight through Mateusz Gamrot in his first ever UFC main event. The rising Australian prospect didn't just beat the seasoned veteran, he completely dismantled him, locking up a rear naked choke in the first round to secure his fourth straight opening round finish. It was a massive statement that proves he belongs in the elite tier of the 155-pound rankings. Salkilld knows exactly what he wants next, and he is aiming directly for the biggest names in the sport. Right after the submission, he called out Benoit Saint-Denis, trying to line up a massive lightweight showdown for later this year. But he isn't stopping there. Salkilld also made it clear that he has his eyes on the absolute peak of the division, reacting to the idea of stepping in against whoever comes up short in the upcoming clash between Arman Tsarukyan and Mauricio Ruffy. The message is clear. Salkilld is officially hunting for a top 5 spot, and BSD might just be his next opponent. Let's hear it from him.
You mentioned, anyone in the top 5, I believe. Is that what you said?
Yeah, top 5. A lot of people are booked right now, but I have a little bit of a twinge in the knee right now from one of the wrestling exchanges. So for the time being, my focus is seeing what the damage is, which I don't think it's too bad, but that's the next thing on my mind, to be honest. And then we'll be looking at closing in on that top 5.
You think by the end of the year we'll see you again?
100%, hell yeah.
Benoit Saint-Denis in New York, or the loser of Arman Tsarukyan versus Ruffy in New York?
Ooh, shit. Who's ranked higher? Shit. Fuck, I don't know. Honestly, either 3, that'd be wicked. I think BSD's good because it was like, obviously after that fight was not too long ago, and he didn't really take any damage from that fight, so it's like he'd be probably back in the gym ready to go as well. So I'll just say that because that seems like a more sure thing that could happen.
Reinier de Ridder isn't hiding how he feels about Jiri Prochazka, saying he's not a fan of the former champion and thinks his whole persona feels fake. While Prochazka has built a massive following with his unique approach to martial arts, RDR admitted that all the ninja aesthetics and samurai talk rub him the wrong way. He bluntly dismissed the Czech star's public image, saying it is just too much to take seriously and firmly stating that Jiri is not his kind of guy. RDR has also given his take on the light heavyweight division, naming Magomed Ankalaev as the best fighter at 205 pounds. He believes Ankalaev would beat the current champion Carlos Ulberg if the two ever faced each other. According to de Ridder, Ankalaev is simply on another level compared to the rest of the division. Meanwhile, Carlos has hinted that he could move up to heavyweight later in his UFC career. The New Zealand champion is open to testing himself at heavyweight once he feels he's done what he wants to do at light heavyweight. If he does make the jump, there would be plenty of big fights waiting for him. Thanks for watching, fight fans. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.